Hello, my name's Miss McMahon. I am the Additional Learning Needs Coordinator, or the Elenco at Pencoed Comprehensive School. We thought we would put together a short video for parents and carers who are applying for a place in our Learning Resource Centre for your children. We're going to take you on a little tour of the school, followed by answering some of your most frequently asked questions, and we hope that you find it useful.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Perkins.
Hi, I'm Miss Jones.
And we are your teachers in your LRC base.
This is Block 6. Come and have a little look.
Hi, this is where our classrooms are. So we're going to go and have a quick look in here with Year 7. Hi, Year 7. Hi. This is Mrs. Randall and this is Miss Burton. And we're going to have a chat with Mrs. Randall. Mrs. Randall, do you want to come and have a chat?
Hi, I'm Mrs. Randall. I'm looking forward to seeing you all in September. I do daily sessions for Talk About and dyslexia.
This is the back entrance to Block 1. Come with me and we'll go meet Zara on pupil reception. This is pupil reception in Block 1.
Hi, I'm Zara and I work in pupil reception. This is where you come if you've forgotten your PE kit or your pencil cases, or if you're hurt or need medication. This is where you can come for anything at all. I look forward to seeing you all in September.
This is Canteen 5. This is where you'll come in to have your main meals. And we have Julie, we have Leanne, we have Heidi, and we have Chris. Now these are the most important people you need to know, because these are the people who will feed you every single day. But they're also there to help you with paying and doing your money, getting your change and everything else. Right, if you want to know where you're going to get your break, we're going to go into the canteen in Block 1. Follow me. And here we are at the coffee shop. And there's Miss Jones. What are you drinking, Miss? Hot chocolate. Hot chocolate.
We thought you might like to hear what some of our current Year 7s think about the school.
I really like science because there's so many fun activities to do. I really like science because we get to do cool experiments.
I really like maths because our math teacher is really nice.
Science is great because Mr. Pierce makes it really fun.
So this is an area that the pupils like to come at break and lunchtime, and it's a nice area to chill out and to relax with your friends.
Our normal day would be 2 lessons and then break, 2 lessons then lunch, and then 1 lesson and we would go home. We're going to have a fabulous time and we're looking forward to seeing you in September. So until then, bye! Bye!
So I'm going to run through now some of the questions we get asked most frequently by parents and carers when they are looking at applying for a place in the LRC. So firstly, who is the LRC for? So it is a provision specifically for children with moderate learning difficulties, and there are set criteria that are set by the local authority to ascertain whether a child meets the label of moderate learning difficulties or not. Lots of the children have other difficulties as well. So there's lots of children in the LRC who also might have ADHD or ASD or medical needs, for example. And there are a range of abilities within the classes. So we get some children who come to us and really can't read or write at all. They're at the very beginning of that process. And then there's others who are able to read and write to the level of maybe like 7 or 8 years old. Different levels of understanding, different types of behaviour. There is quite a range. The application process, so your child's primary school will apply to the local authority in the autumn term of Year 6, around October, November time. They cannot make an application without your consent. The local authority will then convene a panel who will decide who gets the places based on the criteria and the needs of the children. Once the children have a place with us and we get the list, we would then start to look at transition activities, inviting children in for a visit, inviting yourselves in for meetings and that kind of thing. What are the class sizes? So there's 1 class per year group, so 1 in Year 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Each class is around 10 to 12 pupils, and they are taught together as a small class for all of their subjects. On occasion, they might join a mainstream class. So some of our classes join mainstream for PE, and once a half term, we have a special day, which is a health and wellbeing day, where we cover lots of our health and wellbeing topics. And sometimes, depending on the nature of the day and the activities, they might go in with a mainstream class for those. If individual pupils are very strong in a certain subject, then we can arrange for them to join a mainstream class to do that subject, and we would normally encourage them to do that. So if someone's particularly good at maths, they can go into mainstream for maths instead of staying with their small class. Who are the staff that work in the LRC? So there's me, Miss McMahon, I'm the Elenco. I work alongside Mrs. Perkins, who's the Associate Elenco, and will likely be the form tutor for the Year 7 class. There's one full-time teacher who's in the LRC, which is Miss Jones. She's normally the form tutor for Year 8, and she teaches quite a lot of the English, humanities and health and wellbeing. We have a team of LSOs and LSAs then, and there will always be at least one LSA in each class. Normally in Year 7, there's 2. But the pupils will have a range of teachers. So they go to the subject specialists for different subjects. So the science teachers will teach them science, and the technology teachers will teach them technology, for example. Alongside that, there's also Mrs. Davis, who's the progress and wellbeing leader for all of Year 7. So she does things like Year 7 assembly and gives out prizes and things like that. And all of the children in the LRC are linked in with her and linked in with those systems for Year 7 as well. What does the school day look like? So the children start at 8:40 with registration. Then we have 2 lessons in the morning. Lessons are 1 hour long, and then a break time. And then another 2 lessons, and then lunchtime. And then we have lesson 5 between 1:55 and 2:55, and we finish the school day at 2:55. What lessons will they have? So they broadly follow the same curriculum as mainstream pupils. So they will have English, maths and science, ICT and Welsh, humanities, which is history, geography and RE. They'll do design technology, where they'll work through different projects. So it could be cooking, sewing, woodwork, for example. Expressive arts is drama, dance, music and art. They'll do PE and games, and they'll do health and wellbeing. The pupils in Year 7 are based in one classroom for the majority of their lessons, and the teachers come to them, but they will move around the school for subjects like science, where they need to be in a science lab, IT, where they need to be in a computer room, technology, PE, expressive arts. So it's a bit of a halfway house between the primary setup being in one classroom with one teacher, and there's a more secondary model of moving around the school to different teachers. They will always have their teaching assistant with them when they move around the school. What intervention lessons will they have? So they have 1 lesson a day on their timetable, which is called Skills. And we have 2 LSOs in the department, Mr. Casey and Mrs. Randall, who deliver our interventions. So the skills lessons cover literacy and numeracy, but also social skills. So they might do Lexia, which is an online reading program that they work through. They'll have continue with their phonics, high frequency words. In maths, numeracy, they do things like times tables, money and time and all those kind of basics. They'll also do Talk About, which works on social and communication and friendship skills, and Lego Therapy, which is also about communication skills and working as a team and things like that. What is the uniform? So you can see in the picture here that our winter uniform is a white shirt and a tie, black jumper, black trousers or skirts for the girls. Some are uniforms slightly different in that they have a polo shirt and no tie, and they don't have to wear a jumper. For PE, they will need a white school logo t-shirt, black shorts, leggings or tracksuit, and they will need trainers. We would encourage children to wear the uniform as much as possible, but allowances can be made. For example, we know some children with sensory sensitivities don't like the feel of particular types of trousers, or can't manage, laces, and may have particular physical or medical reasons why they can't wear the standard uniform, and allowances will of course be made based on the individual needs of the children. We have a house system in school, and the children will be allocated to a house, so either Branwen, Llewellyn, Owain or Gwenllian, and that dictates the colour of the stripe on their tie. So you'll find out before they start with us what house they're in, and then you get the tie that's the right colour. Then over the year they can earn points for their house for things like attendance, attitude, behaviour, and taking part in competitions like Sports Day and the Eisteddfod. And at the end of the year they get a trophy, the house with the most points. In terms of lunch, we still have a money-based system, so they will need to bring money into school with them unless they're free school meals. But again, the support staff will be there with them when they're ordering their food, and the canteen staff are also fantastic at supporting our pupils. Our year 7 and 8 classes go early for lunch, so they get there before there's a queue and there's plenty of time for them to make their order and work out their money. There's also food on sale in school at break time and also before school, like breakfast wraps and things like that. There's a range of food available, including pizza and pasta, sandwiches and salads, baguettes, and a hot meal. If children are particularly restricted in what they eat, they could pre-order a baguette or a jacket potato at the start of the day. There's a 3-week menu with different hot meals. So, for example, Monday, week 1 would be chili con carne, week 2, sweet and sour chicken, week 3, hunter's chicken. So there is a range of hot meals available over the weeks. At break and lunch times, pupils are free to spend their time how they wish. So they might go outside with their friends, they can play football on the field or things like that. They do also have the option of staying in their classroom, and there will always be staff on duty indoors. And we have activities like board games, DVDs, colouring books, arts and crafts, things like that. If there are certain children who specifically require supervision at break and lunch times, that will be put in place as part of their risk assessment. What qualifications will they leave school with? So pupils start working on their qualifications in year 10 and 11. They might do some GCSE courses such as IT and English. They will also do some entry-level courses such as maths, English and science, which work on similar skills to GCSEs, but they're at an easier level. They'll do some BTEC courses in more practical subjects like art and design and cooking. They learn independent living skills, so we do units on using public transport or using money, for example. They will have some exams, but they don't have that many because lots of their courses are marked on the work that they actually do in class, and we submit like a portfolio of work at the end of year 11. Where do pupils go when they leave school? So most of our pupils go to Bridgend College when they leave here, and there are lots of different courses to choose from at all different levels. And there's a specialist careers advisor who specifically works with children with learning difficulties and disabilities, and she will help to guide them about what courses they could access, what qualifications they might need and things like that. And then we do visits to the college, and we'll invite staff from the college to come in to review meetings and things like that to make sure that there's a decent transition between school and college. So I hope that's answered most of your questions. We will come out and visit primary schools, attend meetings, meet parents and gather as much information as possible about the children before they start with us in September. So hopefully that's put your mind at rest and answered some of your questions. And if your children are successful in getting a place, then we really look forward to seeing them when they start with us. Thank you.